Hi, everyone. It's Wednesday. It's time for News 2 Gives Back, and I'm meteorologist Marcus Bagwell. News 2 Gives Back is brought to you by Nashville Subaru in partnership with Twice Daily. Remember last week, it was last Thursday that we went over to Hendersonville to recognize the Hendersonville Fire Department on the passing of Fire Captain Don Dallenbach. And we're over in Gallatin today. We're staying in Sumner County because we're wanting to recognize the Gallatin Fire Department for their assistance in helping when Captain Dallenbach had his memorial and funeral service. They were a big help with that. So I have Gallatin Fire Chief Jeff Beeman with us. Jeff, thank you so much for your time. Good morning to you too. Thank you for letting us come and recognize you all. Tell us about the phone call that you and Chief Bush had when you learned about Captain Dallenbach's passing and what you all ended up doing to help them out.
Well, Scotty, Chief Bush called and just told us what had happened. Of course, that was very sad to hear about that. And we knew that that time was coming. And we had some internal conversations about what we could possibly do. And Scotty was, whatever help you can get would be greatly appreciated. So we put our heads together here, myself and staff, and said, okay, what can we do? And we put the word out to the department, and across all three shifts, A, B, and C shift, the response was overwhelming. So we ended up staffing 4 of their 7 fire companies. We provided an on-duty shift supervisor, and our truck company here behind us, they set up with the American flag display at the funeral site, at the services. So when the procession left, that they drove under the American flag. And I think that's something Captain Dallenbach wanted to happen there. And I think they did it again at the gravesite services. But those are just some of the things we did. And again, we had to turn people away. We would get phone calls, hey, I want to help. And the outpouring was great. And I also know, though, if we were in the same situation, Scotty and Hendersonville would do the same for us.
Absolutely. And thank you all so much for doing that, just to be able to help the family honor and recognize him and the legacy that he had, because he served in Hendersonville for quite a long time, and he really gave a lot to that. And so we're very thankful for his service. You all are neighbors, so you all sometimes may need each other's resources. Tell us about the relationship there, and that relationship is going to only continue to grow as this area grows.
That's correct. Chief Bush and I, we meet on a regular basis, and we're always evaluating what our demands are, our service capabilities, and we are trying to figure out together how can we improve and basically do something like force multiplication by using the resources from both departments along our borders to really to be better responders, to be more efficient, to be faster, and also to potentially save some money along the way as well. So we're always looking how we can get better, always using that paradigm of process improvement, and we're constantly having conversations, and we're going to keep doing that until we can figure out what's the best way to serve not only the Gallatin community, the Hendersonville community, and how we can take our resources and put those together for a better outcome for everybody.
Right, absolutely. And speaking of resources, things continue to grow here in Sumner County, not just Hendersonville, but Gallatin here as well, booming, and it's a wonderful town. This area, as it continues to grow, that means you're going to need some additional resources too. You've got budget things upcoming, but what can you tell us more about just this area in general with all the growth that's happening, and if there's any significant changes that could be coming down the line for the fire department, but better, most importantly, to serve the public even more?
Well, you're right. It is budget season, so we are hot and heavy into that. We have our meetings this week with Mayor Brown. But you're right. We're growing, and we are going to have to grow somewhat to meet what's happening in our community. But in reality, we're well positioned for a lot of the growth that's already occurring, and we're looking at ways that even what I mentioned about Hendersonville. How can we become more efficient? We already on some calls, instead of sending this $2.5 million fire truck that's here behind us to a routine medical call, we're going to send an SUV with 2 people. Because in reality, is that the right size response? When you look at costs and trying to be efficient, I think our profession needs to take another look at what I call a deployment and response model, because there's efficiencies that we can take advantage of. At the same time, though, we're building credibility, because when we come back and ask for a program change that might require spending of large funds, for example, relocating this fire station, we've built the credibility that we are doing what we can as an organization to be not only efficient and fast and can take care of Mr. and Miss Smith's problem, we're also being fiscally responsible along the way as well. So that's our goal here. I run it and try to manage the fire department a little different. I try to look at it as a business. And in my business model, we're always looking for process improvement, and then also, can we be more cost efficient? And I think there's ways we can do that. So we're exploring those as we go in this new budget year.
Sure, absolutely. Well, good luck in all of that. I know it'll go well. Thank you so much.
Yes,
and
sir.
thank you all, Chief Beeman and your staff, for everything that you all do and to serve your fellow fire department right down the road when they were in their time of need. It means a lot.
Well, thank y'all for being here. It means a lot to these guys, because it wasn't me. It's the men and women you're going to meet that were the ones that made that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we brought them lunch today to say thank you. It's all brought to them by Nashville Subaru in partnership with Twice Daily. And this county is great. And I know the agencies that surround Middle Tennessee and Southern Kentucky are great with helping one another out. So when you see these first responders, tell them that you're appreciative. They go through a lot, especially when it's a very, very intense situation. Thanks for watching this edition of News 2 Gives Back, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.